The judicial revamp proposed by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's hard-right government has split Israel and sparked one of the biggest protest movements in the country's history. Oceans of Israeli flags, steady drumbeats, cries of democracy, water cannons, police on horseback, protesters dragged off the ground. For 7 straight months, tens of thousands of Israelis have taken to the streets. With the key portion of the overhaul nearing a final vote early next week, protesters are vowing further days of disruption and calling for strikes and general unrest. In scorching heat that reached 33 degrees Celsius, marchers completed the last leg of a 4-day, 70-kilometer trek from Tel Aviv to Israel's parliament. So, why are Israelis still protesting? Netanyahu's ultra-nationalist and ultra-Orthodox religious allies say that the package is meant to restore power to elected officials. Critics say it is a power grab fueled by various personal and political grievances by Netanyahu, who is on trial for corruption charges, and his partners who want to deepen Israel's control of the occupied West Bank and perpetuate controversial draft exemptions for ultra-Orthodox men. The proposals include a bill that would allow a simple majority in Parliament to overturn Supreme Court decisions. Another would give Parliament the final say in selecting judges. On Monday, the Parliament is expected to vote on a key bill that would prevent the Supreme Court from striking down government decisions on the basis that they are unreasonable. Proponents say that the current reasonability standard gives judges excessive powers over decision-making by elected officials. But critics say that removing this standard, which is invoked only in rare cases, would allow the government to pass arbitrary decisions, make improper appointments or firings, and open the door to corruption. Protesters say that Netanyahu and his allies want to change the law so they can appoint cronies to government posts, and particularly so that they can fire the country's independent attorney general. In a speech on Thursday, Netanyahu dismissed accusations that the plan would destroy Israel's democratic foundations as absurd. Protests have intensified as the coalition's efforts to make the overhaul into law have moved forward. On Tuesday, protesters crippled the city's main highway and blocked train stations, and thousands of people marched nearly 50 miles from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem over the weekend ahead of Monday's vote. Meanwhile, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office said early on July 23rd that he was undergoing a procedure to receive a pacemaker. In a short statement, Netanyahu's office said that Israel's leader would be placed under sedation. A top deputy Justice Minister Yariv Levin will stand in for him.
Subscribe to One India channel and never miss an update.